mics. Well, not on there. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream doing this falling sand stuff. Okay. So in this stream, I want to make it all 3D, which actually I've done a little mining off camera. And by a little, I mean, like, I got a, like, UI, I kind of control the camera a bit. And control the speed of the simulation. I can draw, which, that's just, it's broken. Drawing's just broken. Don't worry about it. But, like, yeah. That just looks so weird. But yeah, and anyways, yeah, totally just, didn't stop that. Anyway, let me close some things and then I don't need Teams to be open. Can you close? No. Okay. I mean, okay. So the thing I kind of want to do, I mean, everything works, I guess, but like, okay, position updates, everything only moves down, so there's no like moving in the X and then now there's the Z direction to kind of like, randomize their positions as they move. And also, as you can probably see, there's some weird, it kind of flickers, or it's just, it has like a scan going up, and it's just because the order, and like these all move properly, but then as soon as they go up here, suddenly the map is in the other, is sorted in the other direction, and I have no idea what's going on. What happens if it goes through the floor again? It just gets... No, not fast.
The scan, like this.
It just gets... Like, I mean, it's kind of more realistic-ish, but like, I don't know. And also you gotta like determine kind of size. Yeah, you can only draw on that Z plane. Technically this, Y is up and down, X is left and right, and Z is depth, facing this direction. That's just how it is in this world. So you can only draw on the Z equals 0. And drawing is somewhat based on just the mouse position on the screen. It's not really anything special. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, that's just one of those things, though, that can be maybe fixed later. Also, there's been this, like, random black cube that'll be there now again, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know why it was appearing, but I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I fixed something. Also, if everything goes up like this, they'll start deleting, because if things go past the X or Y 0, so they go into the negative X or negative 0, then they just
I love how the
they just die.
stuff doesn't go up.
That's actually interesting. I have a feeling that's because their position is, it's probably something to do with this, in that they're, or not that, this,
Where
they're,
it stops the Y position.
yeah, so it's probably something to do with this. This is probably not exactly the right values that I am intending it to be. I guess kind of the thing I want to do is, it would be nice to swap the y-axis to actually be proper, as in, instead of positive y going down, it's positive y going up. Because then this can be 0, 0 rather than this being 0, 0. I mean, can probably be fixed. I'm already doing like weird, like, if this is at 0 degrees, which is like actual, I guess technically it is already proper. um, it's just, now everything's upside down. If I draw some stuff there. Yeah. I mean, technically, actually, the Y is in the correct direction. It's just that I have the camera completely rotated a few many degrees, I guess. Let me just set that here. So technically, Y position should actually be going down. It's just that I was lazy, so that's kind of where this is at. So one thing I kind of want to do is make it so I can like control the camera with WASD and just like my mouse. And then also kind of adding maybe like a sky or something, because yeah. But it's kind of a pain to just control the camera like this and try to go where I want, and I don't really want to. But yeah, if everything actually goes down, yeah, they start deleting, because they're actually, I mean, technically that's proper. And actually, it's really easy to, I mean, okay, there's two ways I guess I can switch their their actual proper going downwards, and that would be um making these negative. Oops. But I don't know why that's 0. There we go. I make these either negative, or I can swap all the signs and stuff in update, which is probably the more proper method. And also, I can set the camera back to 0. So instead of roll being pi, it would be 0.0f. And then that's reset. So if we go to default, we can also do 0.0f. Okay, so everything is a correct orientation now. So everything's gonna go up, which that's fine. Small fixes, and camera is no longer upside down. I can spell. Okay, do that. Push. Okay. Now the camera is not the wrong way. I'm gonna be lazy for now, just because I mean, technically, it's probably fine to do it that way. To be like, yeah, their velocity is downward, but I guess the thing is, it's kind of assumed everything's downward, so it might be better to just assume. And yeah, but the other thing is the different pixel types, lava and rock, will actually move faster down, and that does work. So this should move them down, but now now floor is basically up here. It's a Y limit, so instead floor we would have to change to if it's X0. This is really slow. Yeah, they'll just delete themselves. And if we change the draw type, let's see, sand, water, lava. So if if we like draw a bit of sand in here, oh, I gotta enable drawing. So if we, okay, so I gotta do this the other way. If we draw some sand and then like lava, let's do it over here. You'll see lava fall slower, and then I think this is rock. You'll see rock will go down faster. Now the updating is doing that. It's really weird. Alright, let's see. Kind of thinking like what to really do. I guess we can do like the camera stuff. Um, that will be fun. I'm just thinking. Okay, let me put these back to positive. And then, I guess we don't need to do that anymore. And I don't think we actually need to negative that. I could be wrong. Let's do that, because that actually is probably the oh, that's the X. I think that flips the X direction. Yeah. I think there is a reason for that, so I'm just gonna leave it. But we don't need to floor these anymore because they're already floored. Yeah, it just swaps the X direction. Um. Okay. To move things down, small improvements. We'll commit. Okay. Now that we're moving down, I guess I'll leave this. They just, oh, I guess floor is no longer grid height, and this is more like grid height. Um, Otherwise we want to move down by the velocity times dt. If that's all fine, yeah. So instead of erasing, well, let's first make sure they actually move down now. They do. Very good. Could always make, I should probably make the pixel size a little bigger. Alright, so they should be deleting, yep. Okay, now we gotta swap these, so, if real post dot y is greater than the grid height. Right, let's write a new if statement. So if the real position dot y is greater than the grid height, and we'll cast that to a float so it doesn't complain. Yeah, okay. If the y is I mean, we still technically want these. I guess we already have that, actually. Like, it already does this. Yeah. It's just this needs to be swapped to instead if y is less than or equal to 0. And I guess technically it can't be less than, because if it's less than, it's just going to get deleted, so there's no point in checking less than. It's just if it's equal to 0, and technically we can do that. And that should prevent them from being deleted, and they should just stop. Nope, they're still being deleted. Okay. That's probably because there's some margin of error. Make those F, 0F. Let's see. It's probably because ooh, that's actually kind of annoying. Because if they are less than 0, because they move down, but they also move. There needs to be like a margin of error, kind of. And y should be. I guess if we're setting y, then it's gonna. It shouldn't move. I don't know why it's moving. But this should be a grid height. There you go. We should cast it to a float. There you go. It should stop. At least that's what's assumed, but we all know that's not gonna end up happening. With the floor on. It's really hard to know where the floor is. No, there's still being deleted. Yeah. It's probably because they get. Alright, so here's kind of the steps here. It's probably because when they get to here, they're not quite at y0, but their y could be like, 0.004. Who knows, right? Then we get to here, it doesn't equal 0 yet. So we're going to subtract this. Now this value could end up setting, this will be the new y, and because of that, it'll end up being like negative, I don't know, 0.02 or something. I'm just making up numbers, but like, then pretty much what ends up happening is nothing's, it ends up saving that probably, but then it comes over to here and now it's negative 0.02, which is below that. So we need to move it and check the new pose as well. So like if we get to here, because it wasn't originally 0, and then we get to here, then we need to check again if new real pose.y is less than or equal to 0, and if it is, then we need to do that. So basically, this needs to happen no matter what, and then we need to check. Or we can add some sort of, this is not the best, this is probably the worst way, but it's more simple in terms of like the writing code. We can add some like margin of error, kind of. So if it's less than this amount, then set it to the top. Otherwise, don't move. If that makes any sense. And technically, this being floored should be 1. So it wouldn't be 0. So we want it to reach 0. It's also just impossible to tell where 0, 0 is. But these should stop now, at least. It's just not the best way of doing it. Yeah, so they stop. We still have all 125 of them. But this is not... This is a simple way of doing it, but not the best. So... Okay, so we already know that we're not below 0 if we get to here. So that's already fine. Basically, we need to set the new real position and then we need to check the real position if it's less than or equal to 0. And then if it is, we need to set the new real position to that, or just don't move. And then we don't need this anymore because we just do it anyway. Let's see. New real pose is less than or equal to 0. We should probably set the position to actually be 0. No, it's probably not good. Is it not good? Because if there's pixels, we still need to do position checking on it. Or we can just completely skip doing anything. These should stop, and we should remain with 125 of them. Yes. But I also don't know where 000 is. Something I'm gonna do probably is, okay, fixing position updates. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is add a new pixel type, and we're gonna call it like debug. And then everything should still be fine. It's just that we need... I'm gonna add... Actually, I'll make it its own. We'll do this and then call this debug. And then it'll just be 100% red. And then we can copy this. Unknown is also velocity downward to 0. And then when we initially create everything, I'm gonna do pixels insert std make unique, and the position is going to be position. We have to initialize it this way, otherwise it will break because the order of things is not proper for a reason, but for reasons I don't want to get into right now because I'm lazy. And that should be fine. Position, yeah, that's right. We need to initialize it with a position as well. Okay. So insert debug, and actually we can just do pixel type debug, and we don't need to cast, and that should be fine. So now we know where 000 is. It's probably going to get deleted, which it shouldn't move actually, so it should be fine. That is not right. Why? Ew, you know what? This random range goes from 1. We should probably start it at pixel type sand. There we go. I was hoping I had already done that. We need to cast it to an int. There we go. Because it was giving me a range between debug and water. I want just sand and water. Okay, that should be fine then. And then okay, that's interesting. If that's 000, something I want to make sure is that its position's not being changed at all. If we do if pix does it just get type? Can I can't just access type direct. Oh, I guess I'm in no. Let's do no. Okay, come on. Get type. Thank you. If the type equals pixel type debug, we want to just continue, completely ignore it. Actually not completely ignore it because we still want to render it, so we need to add it to the render. And probably something I should do is kind of separate this all out into functions, because things are going to get really complicated in here, because this is just position updates to move things down. This doesn't even check for like Z and X yet, some of it at least. Okay, so if it's debug, don't even try to position update it, just push it into the render queue, or the instancing queue. Okay. So we can see that our debug is down there. That's 000. So we just rotate this a bit. what we want is to flip the x, which we're actually flipping the x uh, weirdly. Let me reset this. I wanted to rotate this such that I could tell if this was. You know what would really help is if I just moved the starting bit closer. So if this is more like 1, 2, I only had this doing 5, so 1 to 6. I guess on the Y, if we still want it to fall a bunch, I'll probably reduce this to 10 to 15. And then Z can be 1 to 6. That way it should position one particle next to it, one grid position next to. Yeah, and that'll be a lot easier to.
And to my class.
So hard. The camera is so hard to use. Okay, does that look like it's right?
You just need the WASD.
It's not that easy, unfortunately. We can also increase the pixel size. Let's reset the camera. Oh yeah, if I increase it, I might need to zoom out. That changes it a lot. We also change the grid size.
Oh, it just deletes the pixel.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. It makes it 1. Okay, that's interesting if it's just 1. This might also just be inaccurate. Okay. I need like a complete reset button that just like completely resets the whole game state. Should probably do that. But anyway, we have our debug pixel. We know where 0, 0, 0 is. So now we know 0, 0, 0 is in the wrong place. On the x-axis, I believe that's the x-axis. Okay. Just scroll all the way down. Where are you? This is where we send the pixel to the graphics card, like the data to it. So I had them flipped in the 2D. Okay, that's better. So x y z 0 0 0 is right here, as it should be, and this looks in fact correct. So none of these should be negative. And actually, we can check to make sure that none of those positions are negative. Since nothing's moving, I can probably just put a breakpoint here and do a new pixels doesn't update. We only update actual pixels. Let's see. Yeah, none of these should be negative, and it looks like that is fine. Yeah. So we have our debug pixel. This is our debug. You can see type debug. And then our sand. We got some water in there. So how I'm doing the positioning is probably not the best way to do it, but I can't store the real position or the real grid position as the key because then as you can see these are all the same y but anyways basically I guess they have different x and z but anyway if I start like this that's too much variability and they all kind of they visually collapse in each other because of the flooring and they all get stored close and it just means a whole bunch of extra checks. So if I still store them int, or they're all technically floats, but That's because then I don't have to cast it when I send it to graphics, which I should probably just send the int quite a while. Um, the the positions are still non-floating, I should say. They're still floats, but they're non-floating. They're real numbers or whatever the heck you call them.
Integers?
Integers. They're integers but floats. The type in the code is float, but they don't have any fractional part on them. It's just stripped. Anyway, so the real the real position is their actual grid position, and that is so that I can use delta time to kind of do more like physics on them, I guess, like actual velocity and kind of speed control them. Because before, oops, if I remove the breakpoint and continue, before doing this would do nothing, but now I can make it go up, make it go down, make it go faster or slower. I mean, I can probably set this to like 10, make it go up a little bit. Okay, stop. I make it stop basically, and make it 10. That's a little more proper. I need to fix positioning, but um it's kind of how I
If this wasn't 3D, it'd be so easy to make scratch.
I mean, it wasn't 2D and it was a little bit easier, and that's why some of this stuff was already kind of weird. Um this would not compile if I was a good person and made it treat warnings as errors, because there's all these like, you know, conversions, which I mean, I don't care about drawing, because drawing, what I want to do for drawing is cast a ray from my screen just into the world, so I know like where, and then I guess I'd probably like scroll with the scroll wheel to like how far in depth I would be for placing, or
So like
if I was just like, it would either be depth or nearest collided particle.
so like in one of like so it'd be like when you're like placing down a tower in a tower defense game, you like see a highlight of where it's gonna be placed when you're dragging
Yeah,
it around.
probably. The other thing is, I kind of want to make this a little more. It would be nice to have like lighting and shadows and stuff, which shouldn't be too. The lighting shouldn't be
Ray
too hard.
tracing.
Lighting shouldn't be too hard, but shadows might be a little difficult. Um, because the instancing, I'm not gonna use instancing though in later. Also, this is just demo window. Anyway, um, the other thing that's kind of confusing is I have two different position structs. Um, Vex 3 I kind of use more in terms of like the velocity stuff, but I also use it for the real position, because position is specifically for the map. So basically the data that I store pixels in, because um, this, as you can see, I do y, x, z, which is makes something like this. If I had, let's do this actually in here. So if I, like in here, where I create this new position, this is using the position structs constructors, um, which, properly order. But if I did position new pose equals, and then I do, if I did it like this, which I guess I probably spelled position wrong. There we go. If I do it like this, so if I wanted to go like 0, 1, 0, this is y, x, z.
So technically, it's 100.
So yeah, the this is the downside, but the reason I do that is because this is used. The map sorts. I'm using the position as a key into a key value pair thing, and the the um the map is sorted. It's just like auto sorted, and it uses this, and its default, it sorts these values by whatever. I guess this is, I think it's smallest to biggest, but it goes in order of these, and that's kind of the inconvenience, which is why I made constructors on it so that I can construct it in the proper order XYZ, but then this can sort properly. As you can see, I tried to make the sort myself, but I do not have the brain power or will to do it, and this just is easier. Why do it when you can make the compiler do it for you? So yeah, anyway, you can remove that. Okay, the floor works. I guess it would be great to get rid of this, or at least make it so that it's controllable like X, Y, and Z and stuff. Um,
Instead of yaw, pitch, raw.
yeah.
Like,
Well, this is to rotate the camera. So basically, like the center of like graphics world. This, um, or at least where the camera is translated to. It rotates this around.
because if you have at
Then
least
this is like the up and down. You can like see under, above, on the side. You know,
if you have
this is the rotate like that,
like
and then this is to like up and down. Like this is like looking up and down basically.
yeah, I know what roll, pitch, and yaw are.
And then this is looking left to right in position. These are like rotating around the point. These are like these are like pivoting your actual point. Yeah. Anyway, so I can either incorporate these and figure out how to make all this work using WASD and, you know, mouse position on the screen, or or I can figure out how to do it properly. There's probably some sort of article online actually. So let's see, DirectX 11 3D fly cam, I guess.
WASD.
Let's see. Let's do like how to.
Oh, yo.
Um,
There's a YouTube tutorial.
I
Sorry.
know, but like.
Tutorial 33.
Ugh, this will be so much work to figure out what the heck's going on here. Interesting. Imagine I was just smart enough to remember how to do matrix calculations with this.
Just copy and paste.
3D. Yeah, we'll do movable camera. It's probably a little more.
I wonder if you could make a game without with only copy and paste.
Oh my god. I mean, a lot of my code right now is copy and paste from other code I wrote following a tutorial video. So I mean, the like all the actual like pixel stuff here that's my stuff, but like most of the other stuff's like just I just needed it to run kind of thing, so that's where we're at. That's weird. Oh, cause that's OBS trying to. Okay. Um, camera position. Well, why are you not using matrix? We already have input handling, or we already have like inputs and stuff. So it's just like actually doing the camera. I mean, there's like this article someone linked to, but okay, but like I cannot be bothered to read this entire thing. So, yeah, okay. I mean, we can skim over it, I suppose. Probably got some useful information, or some stuff will come back to me. So we have is technically how the camera works is that the camera is not moving. You're pretty much transforming the entire world to make it look like you're moving, if that makes any sense. Because it's kind of hard to explain, I guess. I mean,
So, like,
it's
if
not
you
real.
like turn this way, the world's just rotating this way.
Basically, you're just transforming the world.
So if you turn left, the world is rotating right.
Yeah, basically. So
And
I
if
guess
you
that's a way to think of it is you're not actually moving, is the world that moves. Everything in the world it I guess everything in the world moves, not really the world moves. There's not even a such thing as the world. It's just the things that are there. So basically everything that you render, you apply that transform to, and that's your camera. And then basically what you do is you apply that transform and then you project it to the screen. At least in 3D, that's what you're doing is then you're doing a projection of that to the screen. It's some math basically. So I guess technically it's probably not that hard to make the camera move. Because technically we're already doing that. We're just doing it with pitch, yaw, and roll in theta, phi, and R.
So you could make like W and ASD do that stuff, like make the sliders go up and down just by pressing the
Well, the
button.
thing is, instead of doing this and uh, so matrix will look at this is pose. So this is okay. So this is the camera position. This is the where the camera is looking. So with camera position, um, instead of multiplying it by these, we can probably, or this is a transform, I guess. What does this take? Vector 3 transform. I don't know why this is not giving me info. Can you? Yeah, we'll just do that. It wants a matrix and a vector. Okay, yeah. So we can do whatever matrix. So instead of rotation, roll, pitch, yaw, we could do dx, xm, matrix, transform, probably.
You spelled transform.
Transform. I guess it's more like translation. There we go. So then we can do like 10. Let's try that. Which that's pretty much like the position. And I mean, obviously, yeah. So we already have position. These don't do anything anymore. Oh, this still does, but this is more like
Zooming out.
FOV probably. But these still work. Um, to do this is like the place to look at. So, let's see. Uh, I guess okay. Let's do. Oops. Okay. Let's do these. We're just completely garbaging this. Comment those out. I really hate that comments do that. We'll comment those out. This can be the X, the Y, just like for testing, you know. X, Y, Z. And then slider float. How do you give this an infinite range? Vmin, Vmax format. Oh, you can have it format? That's, I wish. Okay. Anyway, we need to add, let's see. This needs to be X, Y, and Z. And then we need to go to here and actually add an XYZ value. So float X equals 0. Float Y equals 0. Float Z equals 0. Okay. And then those should be not complaining anymore. Thank you. Okay. Run that. And then this we'll see if this actually moves like the camera in the X, Y, and Z. And we failed. Theta and phi don't exist, right? Which probably also then X equals 0. Y equal X equals Y equals Z. That's really cringe, but that is valid syntax. That sets them all to 0. Okay, so this should move us. No.
What? It rotates too.
That's it. Like slightly rotates.
It zooms out.
That is interesting. It's also to do with like order of things. That doesn't seem to rotate, but oh, never mind. That appears out the other side. This is like 4-dimensional space right here. That's what happens when it is there. Is roll pitch. Yeah, there we go. I was kind of trying to look down. Is based on that. What is Z doing anyway? Okay. Okay. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna steal some code that I've already like looked at. Stealing code quotes. Okay. Let's see. Camera have I already done it? No. I have not. Okay, we need to search, HW3D,
Oh, yeah.
I think, and then, let's see, ABCD camera, let's see, oh my goodness, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, travel speed. Okay, hold on. We're going to watch the tutorial series. Shush, shush. Okay. Tutorial. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here we go. Playlist. DirectX programming. Here we go. Okay. Shh, be quiet. Don't copyright me. Okay. I need to figure out which one of these. Custom icons, keyboard, mouse. Swap chain. Okay, that's math, Z buffer, bindables, texture mapping, imguing camera. Yeah, this is. Oh, this is introduction of imgui though. So this is the camera we already have. This is the tutorial I followed, by the way. Dynamic lighting. Okay, it's a little further. Okay, cursor.
Hiding, capturing raw input. We use that different
That's right. I need the raw.
parameters. Replace that the position by Z. But now let's press going. Now if I rotate, moving my mouse left and right, down, pretty good, right? Let's press W. Now we're moving in. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is what I need.
Do something back here. My pitch. Thing doesn't for you the way I've alluded to.
Matrix math.
Is no good. Yeah. It's not cut it. It doesn't well, but when you apply that'll work. It just doesn't work. You know, actually utilize it. Situation that I created.
Yeah, so all you need is translation, I guess, and then.
You visualize, you apply the transfer, first the pitch, then the yaw. It does rotate the
Okay. I am remembering. Okay. Okay, so first, I guess we kind of need that. We actually kind of need the raw mouse input, I guess. But yeah, I kind of had this right. In the fact that Matrix. Basically, you need the translation. So you don't need all this. You just need the translation. Okay, let's comment this all out. And then that multiply to the GX XM matrix. I know this isn't still right, obviously, but to actually get this to work, so pitch negative yaw and 0.0f. That. Okay. So then this should work, other than the fact that, you know, I can't. Okay, there we go. So 0, 0. I kind of want to be not z0, just because if I am, okay, this doesn't do anything anymore. There you go. Yeah, this is the wrong rotation. But yeah, basically now that's depth. But if I'm at z0, then I can't see. So it'd be nice if we put 0, 0, 0 of the grid in the center, perhaps. But yeah, if I am at 0, 0, 0, for some reason actually I'm pretty sure I'm behind it. Oh, I guess this is the 0, 0, 0 of this is actually in like the whole grids thing, I'm pretty sure. So like 0, 0, 0, the grid's here, but actual 0, 0, 0 of the whole grid is like right here about. We can actually change that by making this like that. And then this is actually centered. So yeah. And then 0, 0, 0 of it's the z. So if we bring that down to 5, then if our z is here, then we look down. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now we're looking down upon it. Yeah. We're inside it. Yeah, now it's 0, 0, 0 is these pixels. So like right here. Since it's an uneven amount. I guess if it was 6 by 6, then it's kind of hard to tell now, but yeah. Okay. So we have XYZ positioning now. Technically. Alright. Let's keep watching this tutorial to see what the heck I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna have this up for reference. Sorry, OBS. I need to. Okay, basically, I'll just get rid of all this so it's not confusing. Let's see. We do const dx xm vector forward base vector that equals xm vector set 0 0 1 0 let's see dx, sorry, that should be, oh, this is all caps vector, there we go. Yeah, okay. Vector set 0 0 1 0, okay, and then const auto look vector is xm vector 3 transform with the forward base vector. Let's make that a new line. I don't know why it does that, but it's really annoying. Okay. And the XM matrix rotation roll pitch yaw pitch yaw and 0.0 f. Okay. Then okay, oh, I guess I can explain this. So forward base vector, I don't actually remember what he said. The look vector is like where you're looking at. Yeah. Then we need the camera's position, which is just the float 3 of the position, and then the camera target, so it's like what you're like the coordinates of what you're looking at. Given this looking vector, you need to add that to the position in order to get the like position you're actually like facing to. And then there's the matrix look at function, which is pretty much specifically made for all this, and it takes in the position, the place you're trying to look, and then also the orientation to lock you in, so like your camera can't do like a barrel roll kind of effect. As if that makes any sense. Cam position is equal to a xm load float 3 so I guess the position we should probably make the actual proper value. I'll do that in a minute. Const auto cam target is the cam position plus the look vector. and then we return, let's see, XM matrix, look at, and then we want left hand. I think that's what that stands for. Cam position, cam target, and then XM vector set, 0, 0.0, 1.0. This is the lock the Y axis. So we can't like rotate in that axis. Let's see, this needs to be dx. XM vector set. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay. I need to place this back in here. HW3D. And then code commits. Search for the commit so I can check the other stuff because I don't want to watch through the whole video. I've already seen it like 3 times. CD. I search like commit. Or do I have to just find it myself? Let's see, commits. I do commit. Okay, this is not really working. I'll just sift through these manually. 7/6/2019. Alright, here we go. Finally found what I'm looking for. Okay, get matrix, we already did that. I want to look at the H file here. So, let's see. We have get matrix. We have spawn control window. We have reset. So I guess I should add void rotate. Float dx float dy. No exception. And that is not how you spell rotate. Rotate. And then void translate. And that's the direct x xm float 3 translation, no exception. We can do this and generate definition. Okay, generate definition. Come on, really? Couldn't put it there so it's in order somewhat. Okay, then we pretty much don't need any of this. We still need pitch. Direct x xm float 3 is position. We still need pitch and yaw. We do not need roll because we don't roll anymore. Static const expression float travel speed. Static const expression float. 0.004f. These I will probably adjust, and kind of something that I might end up doing as well is making it so you don't travel in the direction you're looking when you like move forward, backwards, and stuff. Because honestly, that annoys me. I'm kind of used to like Minecraft where you can move forward, backwards, and whatever. You don't move in the direction you don't move in the direction you're looking at. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it'd be kind of annoying if you did. I'm just used to like if I want to go up and down, I will go up and down manually. It's just better. Let's see, camera C++. Okay, reset. Yeah, let's see. Reset, we don't need these. Let's see. Position, 0f. We'll just set it to all zeros. That is not the right symbols. For now, pitch and yaw can be 0. All right, rotate. Let's see. Yaw equals, what the heck is wrap angle from? It's from this. Do I even have that in here? Probably not. It is, okay, see, it's basically like wrap the angle around. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that for now. I'm just gonna type. We want to wrap the angle. Let's see, yaw not times, plus dx times the rotation speed. There we go. That's supposed to be equals, not minus, equals minus, and pitch is stg clamp pitch plus dy times rotation speed negative pi divided by 2.0 and pi divided by 2.0f. Wow, okay. Rotation speed, okay. Translate. I'm gonna just copy and paste this one in. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want to type it, but I will make this a little more fitting to my code style, of course, so I can actually read it. Basically, yeah. The thing is if I want, I'm pretty sure if I want it to move, just forward and backwards without like where you're looking at, I would just remove that. I could be wrong though. I'm going to leave that for now. See these. There we go. Then this just sets the position to that basically. This modifies translation, I guess. Yeah, cause then. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's a clamp function. I didn't know that. Okay, then we're gonna want. I'm just going to. We're just going to put pi in here. And. Wrap angle. I'm confused at why this brought me somewhere else. Here. What? Oh. I see. Brings me to the master commit instead. Okay. We're gonna copy that. I did not write these because, yeah. What the heck is pi d? There. Longer pi. And it's a double. I see. I'd be surprised if this even runs. I guess probably not, given the fact that roll doesn't exist. This is pose.x, pose.y, pose.z. We don't have that anymore. Let's see. The limits on these, we'll just put like negative 200. So I can, move around quite a bit. Pitch, we want to limit to negative 90 and 90. 90, 90, and yaw to negative 180 to 180. Perfect. Okay. And we're still having an issue right here. Binary plus. Alright, what is going on here? XM. XM vector 3 transform. Cam position is an XM load float 3. Let's see. We can do using namespace dx. Why is this not happy? Forward base vector XM matrix roll pitch yaw. Cam position. XM load float 3. Why can I not? XM vector. I don't need these now that I do that. Oh, got a semicolon. Probably all the errors. No, but we don't need these anymore because I doing the namespace there. XM load float 3. Const directx XM vector. see, xm vector 3 transform forward base vector xm vector, yeah, roll cam position y. I don't understand. Why? Why are these not working? What does this error say? Is I didn't bother actually reading it. Xm vector 3 equal I direction xm vector 0. Xm vector 3 equal. For information on how to program. So we crash. I see. Okay. We probably should do this. Instructor, no exception. Probably do that, and then all this does is call reset. Aha! There we go. Still not sure then why that's complaining, but if it works, it works, so we'll deal with it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Does that work? The X, well, I guess it's Z if I actually want to see. Yeah, okay, so behind me, and then Y. Yeah, let's go. Okay. So we'll make that small. Just shove it up here. Alright, pitch. Let's look up and down, left and right. And even if I'm gonna look this way, and then kind of go here. Yeah. Alright. Now I actually have the mouse movement in, which I don't actually know. Let's see. If the cursor is enabled, if the key is pressed. Basically, it's this large block of code. Alright. I suppose then that means I should actually add keyboard and mouse movement. Something as simple as yeah, okay. This is render, so we want update. Basically, if let's see, if we do window dot keyboard dot key is pressed, and we do W. If W is pressed, then we do camera translate 0.0f 0. Actually, I think you just type zeros. I'm kind of lazy, you know what I'm saying? And DT. Think that's how you do it. Okay. First I'll do this. And this is going to complain about that. Let's see. Do we have DirectX namespace in here? This is what? This takes the XM float 3? Yeah. Oh, did I provide too many? Yeah, I did. Because I'm a dum-dum. It's not 3. There we go. And then I just copy this. XY. Let's see if I I do A, I want to move to the left, so be x negative dt, and then a w a s is backwards, so we would do negative dt, and then d would move you in that direction. Let's see if that actually works. Yep, okay. And we want to move in some direction. Yeah, very slow. And then if I want to like look down, I can do that. So that's my annoyance, is like you move in the direction you're looking. It's like I just want to move forward. And I think in the translation, if you just remove this, that's all that's needed. And then that way if I look down, yeah. So it's a little more like Minecraft movement-y, where you move in the direct. I can't press the button while I'm doing mgui, but you move in the direction you press. And then what I can do is do if window.keyboard key is pressed, and then we do does this handle like VK shift? There we go. And then we can do cam.translate, and we will go negative dt, like that. And then if we press space, we will go positive dt, space. There we go. So now we can go up and down. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. So up and down, and then backwards. I'm just gonna move backwards really fast. It moves too slow, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. And then the thing I need to implement is the mouse thing, so I can actually look. But yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Gay, we actually got it. It works. Let's frickin' go. But yeah, now I can actually see this like up close and personal, and see that it is doing what I was expecting. And if I just go over here and then turn myself around. Okay, this is very complicated. Yeah, these controls are, I guess, no longer look based, which means that to go this way I need to do D, and then backwards is that. Yeah. So I guess that's the reason to do the look. Okay, so then to fix that, we don't move by the pitch. just move by the yaw. That way we still move horizontally in the direction that we're looking, if that makes sense. So if I look down, I shouldn't move down, but if I do this way, then I actually move this way. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Okay. There we go. That's more Minecrafty. Yeah. So then if I want to go down, I don't have the mouse thing yet. I need to be able to lock the cursor to the window and get raw input. But yeah, look at that. And now we can actually see up close that our 0, 0, 0 in this are in fact aligned. Yeah, this is very complicated movement controls right now. Yeah, space and shift go up and down. And then if you're like looking in a direction and you only move forward like horizontally, or forward, backward, left, right, and horizontally the direction you're looking. So if I look this way, I'll go forward and backwards like this, but then if I look like this, I'll go forward and backwards that way. But when you go forward and backwards, you don't go up and down. So I don't want that. I want to be able to control up and down manually like that. Okay, now what we need to do is make it so we can lock the mouse. Okay. Window read key is press. I guess I should look at this because I don't actually remember this code very well. Yes. Okay. So this is an event, and that's window keyboard read key, which basically is like gives us the buffer of all the keyboard inputs. Because I guess there's no like way to read the escape key. Window cursor enabled. Can you not read the escape key from just like if I do if wind.keyboard.key is pressed, vk escape, is there a way to exit the code? How about we just cam.reset. If I press escape, it'll reset the camera. Cause I don't know. Yeah, okay, so that you can do that. I don't know why this is done this way then. If it is press. Is this more of like on release rather than on down? Does keyboard not just have like key release? Interesting. Okay, anyway, window disable cursor, mouse enable raw. Okay. Cursor enabled. That is in window. So let's see. We need enable cursor, disable cursor, cursor enable. Then there's confine, free, show, hide. cursor. Then there's a bool cursor enabled. Okay. So, I just want the functionality of those. So if we... I know, it's such a pain. Enable cursor, can I go to the definition of it? That's usage. Can I go to where it's actually done? There we go. So to enable the cursor, you show the cursor, enable the mgui mouse, and free the cursor. Great. Yo, 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 yo. So, let's make that. Alright, so bool, we're gonna need cursor enabled equals true.
Is it actually possible to make a game with just one line of code? Like, just type everything into one line?
Oh no, 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 no. I mean, you could. You
Like,
could
if you had the willpower, could you do that?
You could like minify the file. So you write the code normally, and then you put it through stuff that put it through something that minifies it and makes it really nice and tiny. If you know what I'm saying. Oh, that's why there's extra stuff. I want the extra stuff.
Painful, bro.
I want to go back to the not extra stuff. Okay, jokily, where is window? Why are there so many things? Oh, right. Window, there we go. Okay. There's so much stuff in here. So we need void, enable cursor. There we go. No exception. Void disable cursor. No exception. Void cursor enabled. Const no exception.
It's constant.
And this actually returns bool. It means the value does not change.
What is no exception?
Means constant, but no exception means it doesn't. The function shouldn't throw an exception, which is basically an error. It shouldn't. There shouldn't be any errors, and if there are errors, and something horribly wrong has happened. Confine cursor. No exception. I really don't care about no exception that much. Free cursor. No exception. Show cursor. No exception.
Not put a void there?
I forgot it. Cursor. I was typing too fast. Enable and disable mgui mouse. I don't really care about doing that.
What's an mgui mouse?
It's the GUI. It's just what it's called. It's like immediate GUI or something. I guess I'll do this too. Void enable mgui mouse. No exception. And void disable mgui mouse. I don't know what the hell the... Actually, I think that's to prevent the mouse from interacting with mgui while it's locked.
What's the flashing red light?
What?
That's the light bulb
This?
that was flashing?
It's telling me... I don't know what you mean.
It was flashing.
Oh, it's probably because I was like hovering or typing. But it's like telling me that there's stuff wrong or something and ways to fix it. Okay. Window. Okay. Let's see. We will create enable cursor. Enable cursor needs to cursor enabled is true. Needs to show cursor. Come on, autocomplete. Okay, fine. I'll just do it myself. Wrong button. I wanted that button. There we go. We need to enable GUI mouse. And we need to free the cursor from our imprisonment. Okay. To disable the cursor, we must, and only must, set the cursor enabled to equal false. We must hide the cursor. I don't know why I was thinking show. Then we need to disable mGUI mouse. And we need to confine my lovely cursor. Okay. And then cursor enabled is just to return the cursor enabled value so we know if it's enabled or not and how to do stuff about it. Alright, to confine the cursor, the first thing we must and only must do is make a Windows rect get client rect. We need the hardware window from Windows and the reference to the rect. That is not how you spell that variable's name. Thank you. We need to map window points with the hardware window. Null pointer for who knows what. A reinterpret cast to a pointer and a pointer to rect 2. I don't know what is this function. I really hate this. Oh, some value. Who knows? No one talking in chat. Anyway, clip cursor to the rect. Perfect. Then, let's see. Free the cursor is clip cursor null pointer. Wow, that's just really simple, isn't it? Show cursor. Okay. That's the wrong key. Show. This is very interesting syntax. Show cursor true is less than 0. This is probably some weird Windows thing that I don't really understand. So while show cursor, it's some Windows function, I think. So show cursor false.
This is carrot.
To the wrong function. Is greater than or equal to 0. Don't ask, because I do not know. I learn new weird syntax things every single day with this language. Okay, mgui, I'm just gonna copy this. Mgui enable is get IO config flags no mouse. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And then the same thing for disable, but it's to tell it no. It's really also weird syntax, but we will pretend that we don't know what it's talking about. All right. Now in app, what we must do is if we press escape, we need to window dot, let's see, if the cursor is enabled, I mean if statement, if cursor enabled, we need to window dot disable the cursor, and else we need to window dot enable the cursor, and that should be it. I mean, there's nothing special about it, I guess. I guess I was probably putting this in there or not. So let me move backwards a bit, down a bit, and get real close and personal. Also, the fact that it like flashes and you can like see through it a little bit, it just kind of, it's jarring, and there's gotta be somewhere that something weird's going on. But if I press escape, yeah, now my mouse is okay. So the thing with key pressed is just pretty much key held. So now I see why that was all like some weird syntax. It basically needs to be like key up, basically. Do we have like key is pressed? We do not. So I guess that's why there was weird functionality to that I didn't want to deal with, but here we are.
Can you make it like wait until the key isn't pressed to do anything else?
What do you mean?
Like,
well, but I don't know if it's not pressed. Is empty? But I'd have to have values to remember. So I'm just gonna be lazy and just do this. But I don't care. Show demo window. I don't care about.
I'm thinking scratch probably.
Well, but also I haven't. In this, there's not really a such thing as any of those functions for the keys stuff because I don't really feel like doing it and the tutorial didn't, so yeah, that's where we're at. This is basically is key down. I guess technically I could probably just implement that into its own function, but yeah, there we go. Now I guess it's on key down once rather than on key up, which is fine, I guess. Okay, this is basically is triggered. Yeah, and this is why and we need to disable mgui, because if we didn't, then we'd be able to like mess with it. But then we're gonna need the raw mouse so we can actually control stuff. The thing mouse, so we need to figure out this read raw delta. But first, I'm gonna actually make this its own function in keyboard. So key is pressed, we can do bool key is triggered unsigned character key code constant no exception, and we're just gonna paste this in, and then we can do if key code equals the key code we passed in, then return true. Otherwise, return false. Well, actually, this is a while loop, so we would do that. Return false here. If key, yeah, basically this is that. And do okay. We don't have access to the window, but that's where is on key press. Oh, we have an on key release. Why? Okay, on key pressed. Oh, but these are private. Interesting. Okay, where is key pressed? We just do key states, key code. Interesting. Okay. Back to my weird function. We can actually just do this. Cons. Okay. Yeah, this is probably part of the reason. But then, that means that in here, we can just do if winch.keyboard.key is triggered, and then vk escape, then do that. And then we only want to be able to freely move, I guess. It's fine. Okay. The thing now to do is the mouse read raw delta, which seems like really complicated, but it's really not. Okay, so mouse.h. Let's see. Mouse enable raw, disable raw, raw enabled. Damn. Okay. App. Mouse enable. So do I guess we already have no. Yeah, we already have mouse enable raw and disable raw. So I'm guessing I already have this. Basically all I need to do then is this. I guess so. I really don't like this syntax style. There we go. Totally just, copy and pasting the code I don't care to write. Okay. So if the mouse is locked, no. Okay. Something bad, something wrong, something wrong. Delta int to float. If the cursor is not enabled, cam.rotate. Okay, well, I mean, we're not rotating, so something not quite right here. Read raw data. cam.rotate. Read raw data. Let's see. Read. Mouse enable raw and disable raw. But I don't think that. Where the heck does delta? Oh, I see. Read raw delta. But I don't know. Let's see. Mouse FMIJKLM mouse. Here we go. On mouse move. On mouse leave. On raw delta. Interesting. Mouse.h. What do I not have? I mean, yeah. I have everything needed. Okay. I did not have all of that, I guess. That's it. Very interesting. On wheel delta. Mouse. What is wheel delta from? Is it from? Right. Just to. That's why. Windows.h. Yeah, there we go.
Wow, it was really just that one thing.
Yeah, I just forgot. Okay. I move around, that's fine. I really wish I moved a little faster. Okay, if I lock the mouse, nothing happens. Okay. So, something's wrong somewhere, but I don't know what. And I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, we're never even hitting that line. If raw delta buffer is empty, we're gonna be missing something. We need to go back to like a previous commit. Come on. Why did I browse so many files in here? Oh, there we go. No. Alright. We can go to parent commit. Bad camera rotation. Enable, disable raw mouse. Mouse enable raw, disable raw, raw enabled. Cursor enabled. Toggle the cursor. Raw mouse input. Show raw input window. Which is... Ooh. Imgui. Alright, we're gonna do this. Float x and y equals 0, x equals 0. There we go. I guess these are doubles. Okay. What is it? What? Why did it crash on Imgui with frame scope? Ew. Because we're supposed to render. Not. Let's try that again. Okay. Where's my little window? Yeah. Raw input is just 0. That's not right. So read raw delta. Read delta buffer. Did update raw. Disable raw enabled. Raw delta. What? Enable raw, disable raw enabled. Read raw delta. You know what? We gotta look at something. Yeah, that's it. We don't even... We don't have the raw mouse messages. raw mouse messages. We're not reading them, that's why. That's why it's not working. Whoa. Okay. Raw buffer. Okie dokie. Ah, here we go. Window.c++. So, can I view full file? So, line 105, why am I getting notifications? Okay, line is not quite the right. What is this function? Window. Oh my goodness. Okay. Window. So after we make the graphics, we need to register the mouse as a raw input device. And to do that, you do raw input device, RID, read dot usage page 0x01. Then you read it of us usage and 0x02. Who knows what that means? And you read don't worry flags. That's 0. Don't worry about it. Then you read each wind target is null pointer. Don't worry about it. And then if register raw input devices, the raw input device, one size of the raw input device, and equals false. Then we need to throw and typewrite sh wind last exception. Okay. Yeah, that would explain my problems. Then window.h, we just have cursor enabled and raw buffer, which all I need is std vector. That's not how you spell vector. There we go. Of byte raw buffer. Now the mouse should work.
Hopefully.
Yeah, now I can look.
It's a little bit sensitive.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit. I can turn the sensitivity down.
That's so nice.
Oh my goodness, this is so much better. And also, like, you move forward and like you don't move down. Oh, that's weird. Like directly 90 degrees down. Interesting. If I go under it, I'm directly 90 degrees up. It just disappears.
What?
Something interesting is going on here.
Oh, but that's feels a lot more like Minecraft, where you're just like flying around and placing blocks.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted it to feel like. Because originally the camera, like, if you're facing like this direction, you would go that direction when you press forward. I hate that kind of movement. I just hate it. It does not work for me. Also, this is kind of weird. Should I add lighting so that like there's actually shading on these and like actually a light? But yeah, now I don't know why this isn't working, but that is not my problem. To be honest, for real, for real. I don't know. Don't care. Not my problem. Okay. So, add camera movement. Yeah. That's a lot of changes right there. Alrighty. Let's give a little thinky about lighting. Do we want to do lighting? I mean, I feel like that's something.
That's something you should probably do. Do it.
I mean, I can do it later. I really want to get position updates kind of.
So that like it's not like it's so it like when it hits and it's like on a stack, it like flows to the side.
Yeah. Basically, I need to make. I need to add the position updates back to the X and Z, which I removed those so I could actually get the downward position updates working. But I think maybe what I should do first is actually kind of fix the position updates right now, or like clean up the code a little bit because it's kind of a mess.
Just a little.
Let's close all these. Also, like, we could play around with the shaders a little bit. Do something with like color, perhaps, like if statements and shaders are really bad, but I really do not care. Oh, we change input pose. Eh. Okay. Else. We'll just move this temporarily. Okay. So if the input pose, let's say the X is greater than like 0.4.
Well, that looks nicer.
Yeah, so that color, oh, the shelf floats 4. Is color supposed to be a float? Yeah, float 4. And then let's make it all 1. And then make sure we add semicolons so it doesn't crash. Basically, if the mesh's x is a certain amount, yeah. Oh, I forgot I can actually move that. Oh, that's weird. I feel like I was seeing things.
The red one's the debug one, right?
Yeah. Interesting. If input dot position Oh, this, I need to do this after. I failed. Oh, and I also need to load it. That's right. Forgot about that. Right, there we go. Okay. There. This will help seeing the grid a little bit more. Also the fades, maybe not the preferred.
Is just pure white on
Something that you could do is also make this like smaller. And then do actually you would do this in the no, that's fine. If you clip, which basically just skips. Okay, that failed to compile for whatever reason. Interesting. HLSL clip versus discard. Oh, clip X, the specified value. Right. Clip takes arguments. So if we clip, basically we're gonna do this if statement here. Basically that. And then otherwise, we'll actually do everything. So basically, we just introduced transparency, but not like actually, like not like somewhat transparent, but like it's either there or it's not, kind of thing. Crash because I do not have a semicolon because I am stupid like that.
Does a semicolon just like end the statement?
Why is it crashing? Yeah, basically. Pixel shader. Oh, it's not in shader model 5. Okay, do we have discard? Imagine it still crashes. Hate that I have to manually click this button to actually like load it into the right directory. Okay, it's just being annoying. Why is it being annoying? Yeah. It's so irritating. Alright, where's a good starting position? Oh, that's what I was gonna fix. I was gonna fix. So let's get all the shaders. What I was going to fix was the fact that I'm transforming every pixel when I send it by some amount. Because, well, as you know, 000, it wasn't displaying in the right position I wanted to. We floor because of render the grid, the positions are controlled by okay, that's fine. I feel like, do we even actually need to do these anymore? I don't even think we need this anymore. Let's do that. Because then this should be at 000 then. Because before I was transforming. Yeah, there we go. So we start at 000.
So if you're inside a block, it turns invisible.
Yeah, pretty much. I believe that's to do with this. Perspective LH. Let's see. View height, view width. Float near, float far. So yeah, if I made this like 0, then I'm pretty sure I would still see anyway. Oh, okay, I guess it can't be 0. It can be like 0. It has to be something. Otherwise, it just doesn't know what to do. Yeah, okay.
What?
Whoa.
I think it stretched it a lot.
That is not the expected behavior. That's like FOV right there. This is like Quake Pro FOV in Minecraft. Okay, but what? Yeah, what happens when I'm inside? Yeah, okay. That's probably not right. Okay, so this is pretty much FOV, right?
Yeah. That looks a little better.
Yeah, that's like that's Quake Pro FOV right there. But yeah, if I go too far away from it, it should disappear, although I have that. Okay, so near Z, far Z. I guess in comparison to this value. Okay, that's maybe, no, that, yeah, basically that's just FOV right there. We're gonna set that back to 0.5, not 0.56. And this can probably just be like 200. Okay. Yeah, so I start at 0, 0.
It's a little. But...
Yeah, so you shouldn't be able to see the red, but I don't think it's weird. Yeah, it just seems normal now. Alright. Let's motherforking go, everyone. So the reason you can like see all the faces still is because we don't actually cull faces that we don't actually use. So ideally because the thing is, this whole thing, each one of these, all of the faces of the cubes are being rendered. Ideally, you only want to render the ones you can actually see, which would be, in this case, you know, all of these.
The surface
But we're
area.
still rendering all of the inside, so. Oh my god, this has made my life so much better. Now I can actually, like, control. Okay. Let's go to camera. Rotation speed, I'm gonna slow that down a bit. Travel speed, I'm gonna speed that the hell up. So faster camera. should be a little better. Should. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Wait, it's a little close there, mate. Okay, where's a good starting position? We start at 0, 0. I would say let's start at like... Let's start at like -10. And then that should be fine. So all we need to go is in here. And then -10 right there. And that should be good to go. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. I would say maybe start in the Y a little bit up. So like 2. Better starting position. There we go. Alrighty. I would say that's pretty good. For now, I think I'm gonna end the stream for now, and then I might stream again later. Actually trying to kind of add more of the like position updates and stuff, and also not really be following a tutorial, which you guys can't even see in the first place. But yeah, so let's see. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. And hopefully I can get some like mouse projection in or whatever, so I can like actually draw where I want and erase where I want. But yeah, I'll leave it off with that, and we'll see you all later. Bye bye.